Meaning of adoption. Adoption is a transplantation of a son from one family in which he is born to another family where he is given away by the natural parents by way of a gift. Essentials of a valid adoption. Section 6 of the Act deals with the essential elements of a valid adoption, which are the person adopting has a capacity and a right to take in adoption, Section 7 and 8. Adoption by male, Section 7, and adoption by female, Section 8. The person giving in adoption has a capacity to do so, Section 9. The person adopted is capable of being taken in adoption, Section 10, and the condition of adoption must be fulfilled, Section 11. Who can adopt? Section 7 and 8 states the person who can adopt the child. These are as follows. Adoption by male, Section 7. Both male and female must have a capacity and a right to take the child in adoption. Capacity must be described in the terms of soundness and in the terms of majority. Hindu male can adopt a son or a daughter, but if his wife is living at the time of adoption, then consent of wife is required. Exceptions to Section 7. The cases where the consent of wife is not required. Civil death, conversion, unsound mind. Adoption by a female, Section 8. Capacity in the terms of soundness, majority, and also in the terms of relationship status, that is Hindu female must be an unmarried at the time of adoption. The married Hindu woman cannot have the right of adoption unless her marriage is dissolved or husband is dead or civil death of a husband or husband declared as of unsound mind by the competent court. Exceptions to Section 8. During the continuation of marriage, wife has no right to adopt child except in the case where the husband is suffering from any disability. Persons who are capable of giving child in adoption. Right of a father. Under Hindu law, father has given a primary right to give child in adoption, but if the father is incapable or disabled, then mother can give. Right of a mother. Mother cannot give her son in adoption until father of son is alive and capable. Exceptions are where the father is incapable of giving consent, civil death of a father. After the death, there is no express or implied prohibition by the father of the son. Right of a guardian. A guardian can give in adoption in the following cases: in the absence of the both of the parents, civil death of parents, both having declared of unsound mind by the court, only with the permission of the court. Who can be adopted? According to Section 10 of the Act, the following is the list which talks about who can be adopted. Son, daughter, boy, girl must not have already been adopted. Adoption must be done before the completion of the age of the 15 years of boy or girl to be adopted. Exception to this is that if there is a custom or usage that a boy or girl to be adopted must have completed the age of 15 years. Conditions of adoption. Section 11 of the Act states the conditions of adoption, which are as follows. The child must be actually given and taken by one family to another family. If the adoption of the son, the adoptive father or mother must not have a Hindu son, son's son or son's son's son living at the time of the adoption, whether by blood relation or by adoption. If the adoption is of a daughter, the adoptive father must not have a Hindu daughter, son's daughter, living at the time of the adoption. If the adoption is by male and the person adopted is female, then the adoptive father must be 21 years older than the person to be adopted. If the adoption is by female and the person adopted is a male, then the adoptive mother must be 21 years older than the person to be adopted. Same child may not be adopted by two or more persons. Legal effects of a valid adoption. Section 12 of the Act talks about the legal effects of a valid adoption, which are as follows. The adopted child shall be deemed to be the child of adopting father or mother from the date of adoption. From the date of adoption, all the ties of the child with the family of his or her birth shall be deemed to be severed or replaced by those created by adopting family. The adopted person shall not divest any person from the property which he vested before adoption.